Hey guys, welcome to Law Today. In today's video, let's look at the differences between courts and tribunals. So when you look at courts and tribunals, let's try to understand what these two are about. So courts basically consist of the formal legal system where we have civil and criminal courts, and they deal with matters in general. But when you look at tribunals, they are more like adjudicatory bodies which are other than the formal courts, vested with administrative and judicial functions. So these are, apart from the courts, these bodies are vested with certain powers to decide certain matters, and they deal with specific subjects. Here is where it makes the most difference. So when you look at courts, they take up a lot of matters. There is no specificity as to what subject they deal with. But when you look at an tribunal, it may be an income tax tribunal or a company law tribunal, they are going to be very specific in what they deal with. They do not take up matters other than what they are competent to take up. But courts are generally competent to take up any matters that come within its jurisdiction. The next difference that we have to understand is in terms of the procedure. When you look at the procedure, it is going to be very strict, rigid and formal when it comes to the courts. They have to follow CPC, CRPC and all the other procedural laws. But when you take tribunals, the procedure is more relaxed, and it is more relaxed for the reason that they do not always have to follow the CPC or CRPC or any of the procedural laws. They can have their own guidelines, they can form their own rules to deal with whatever matters that they deal with. So it is going to be less technical and less formal in that sense. And the next thing that we have to speak about is the role of lawyers or advocates. So since it's a part of the previous point where the rigidity was discussed and the formality was discussed. So when you take courts, these lawyers and advocates play a very important role because they are very well aware of the formal procedure and the regulations that require in terms of a court. But when you take a tribunal, they may not play a big role because of the flexibility that it provides. So a person may speak and defend his own case. So when you look at courts, in most cases the advocate represents the person involved in the case. Very rarely does the court allow, or very rarely does the individual step up to speak before a judge. So the next thing that we have to speak about is adjudication. So what is the outcome of a court case? The outcome of a court case in most cases is a judgment or decree. But when you look at a tribunal, it is an award. So this is how the end of adjudication looks like. And another important aspect here is who presides over. When you look at courts, it is presided over by a judge or a magistrate who will have very good knowledge of the law, who is well versed with the laws, and he need not be a technical expert or a professional in that field. But when you look at a tribunal, it is generally presided over by a chairman. He may have specialized knowledge in that field. For example, if you look at income tax tribunal, the chairman might be an expert in tax matters. So this is how the courts and tribunals are being distinguished. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you found this informative. Please do add more points if there are any. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See you. Bye bye.